Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Learn Code with Amjad. In this series of Java tutorial, we are going to learn the required technologies to develop an application, whether it is standalone application, a web application or a distributed application. So who can learn this course? Anyone can learn this course. It is designed in such a way that everyone can understand. Now let's move to the overview of the course. The skills we require to develop one application, Java introduction, Java history and future, JDK download and installation setup, what is JDK, JRE and JVM, environment setup, and it is a software installation setup we are going to learn in this course. After completing this above concept, then we will move to the fundamentals of Java. In this, we are going to learn identifier, keywords, variables, data types, literals, typecasting, arrays, basic object-oriented programming concept, and some basic project using above concept. Once completing this concept, next we will move to the full-fledged understanding of object-oriented programming, string handling, collection framework, generics, and Java 8 future, exception handling, multi-threading, and much more we are going to understand in this code. So this is the overview of the course. Now let's see what we are going to learn in this video. In this video, we are going to understand the skills we require to develop an application and Java introduction. As a developer, to develop an application, what we need to learn, what skills are required to develop an application. The skills required to develop an application: programming language, core Java, Python or .NET, database programming skill, program solving skill, logical skill, Java tools, and design pattern for developing standalone application. For developing web application, we required servlet and JSP knowledge. Further, these are server-side programming skills. For front-end, we required HTML, CSS, JavaScript knowledge, and that are UI programming skills. For fresher, this knowledge is enough to crack the interview. For distributed application, the knowledge we required is XML, web services, or RESTful services. For this, for fast development, we have frameworks like Spring or Spring Boot and Hibernate as the backend, and Angular and React.js for front end. So these are the skills we require to develop one application. Now let's understand a standalone application. A standalone application is one that runs only on one machine or system. For example, in a college, we have only one machine that is accessible to one student at a time. No other student can use that machine. For example, calculator is the best example further. Now let's move to the web application. Web application are those that run over the server through a web browser, like Amazon, Flipkart, BookMyShow, all are web application because they deploy their code to the server so everyone can access their account at the same time. Let's take the example of Instagram where multiple users can access their account at the same time. Whenever user hits the URL, it goes to the server over the network, finds the login page or index page on server and renders that page and responds back to the user with the login page. Whenever the user gives username and password and hit the login button, it goes to the server and checks the credential valid or not. If the credentials are valid, then you will enter to your account. If the credential was wrong, then you will get response invalid credential. So to develop this web application, the skills we required is core Java for business logic, JDBC for database connection, servlet and JSP for web interaction, and UI skills HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So these are the skills required for developing application. But nowadays, instead of using above technologies, developers are using Spring Boot, core Java. Core Java is the heart of the application, and Hibernate to for database connection, and for front-end Angular or React.js for fast development of codes. Let's now move to the distributed application. Distributed application are those application where one application communicate with another application. The project can be in any language, Java, .NET, Python. So the RESTful services help us to communicate from one application to another application. Let's take an example of Amazon. Suppose you have added one product to the cart to buy. Once you click the buy button, it will ask you in which mode you want to pay the amount, like UPI, Paytm, net banking, etc. Now that you have selected the Paytm, it will interact with the Paytm service to detect your money. So this is the distributed application where one application interacts with another application. Now let's move to the Java introduction. Here we are going to learn Java overview, what is Java, Java history and future. Java is most popular programming language in worldwide. It was created by James Gosling and his team members at Sun Microsystems. Sun officially introduced the Java language to the market in 1995 at Sun Microsystems. The company was later acquired by Oracle in 2010. So what is Java? Java is platform independent, simple, secured, robust, object-oriented, dynamic, multi-threaded, distributed, and interpreted programming language. Now let's see Java history. James Gosling and his team members in 1990 developed software for small electronic devices like washing machine, micro ovens, etc. These electronic devices that are used by humans in day-to-day life are operated with software that is installed in the machine internally through the chip in which the program is stored. In 1990, they got new requirement to develop network electronic device which must communicate with one software to another software, but at the time there was no existing programming language that support network application like C and C++. Soon after, they launched the Green Project to study the impact of convergence between digitally controlled home appliances and computers using syntax similar to C++. It was programmed in new language, completely independent. It almost took 4 years to complete this project with platform independency. Ultimately, it was the James Gosling, one of the member of the Green Project, who originated this new language, which he called Oak. Oak is the tree name, which is very strong and popular tree. So James Gosling wanted to take a project name as Oak, which is involved in the project, but unfortunately the name is already registered by one of the product. In 1993, the industry has started World Wide Web, which will communicate one computer to another computer through HTTP and HTML. But there is a disadvantage to sharing the data over the network because everyone can access the data. HTML is a markup language. It doesn't provide any security for data. To overcome this problem, we have the Oak language which support network applications. In 1995, James Gosling made some changes to the project and introduced it to the market. The Oak language slowly becoming popular in the market. Finally, one of his team members gave the project name as Java. It was taken from the hot tea, the aromatic drink is coffee, which is very strong. There is no abbreviation for Java. Now let's see when Sun Microsystem released its first public implementation. So Java released its first public implementation at Sun Microsystems Java 1.0 on Jan 23, 1996. Sun Microsystems promised write a program once and run it anywhere on popular platforms like Windows, Linux OS, etc. From the Java 9 version, they are releasing the Java version in every 6 months. Before that, it takes lot of time to release the new updates. So here some Java versions and the release date. Here LTS stand for long-term support. Now let's see the Java features. Java features are simple, secured, robust, portable, object-oriented, multi-threaded, distributed, dynamic, interpreted and byte-coded, open source, high performance and architecture neutral. So this is a introduction to Java. Next In the next session, we are going to learn what JDK is, how to download it, and how to install and set up the environment and editor software installation to write our first program. So this we are going to learn in next session. So I'm ending the session here. If you have any doubts, just comment below. Thanks for watching this video. Please do share, like, and subscribe.